Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Your eyes do not deceive you. Today we have Dragon Ball Legends, and you know something amazing has had to have happened if I am playing this game, and you better believe it has, because we got Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, Sparking Krillin, and Ultra Full Power Frieza. This probably is the perfect ending for me for the 7th anniversary. You guys already know, this is part 3 of the anniversary. You guys already know, I am a Namek Saga fan through and through. This is the fight that got me into Dragon Ball. If it wasn't for this, I may not be a Dragon Ball content creator or a Dragon Ball fan, who knows, but this, I owe it all to this. Super Saiyan Goku, my GOAT, my king, I owe it to him, I owe it to Frieza, I owe it to this whole moment. This is what got me started, so this is everything that I could have dreamed when it comes to ending off the 7th anniversary. Obviously today, we don't have enough Chrono Crystals, we're not going to be doing summons, but we are going to be running some PvP because we already did some summons and we got all 3 of the characters. I got so lucky. 4 multis, we got Super Saiyan Goku, Full Power Frieza, and we also did, don't mind that team right there, we also got Krillin. So we got really lucky. Today we'll run some PvP. Obviously not the best equips, not the best Zenkais, not even the best player. I'm a terrible player when it comes to PvP, so hopefully you guys will forgive me there. But yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. We're just gonna go ahead and just try these characters out, talk about the anniversary, and enjoy some gameplay. We'll do like 2 or 3 matches, maybe 4 matches. Hopefully I can win a few of those matches, but we're just gonna try to have a good time, because this probably is like the best way that I feel like we could have ended the anniversary. What a team to start this off with. You know what? We gotta start with Goku. We gotta start with Goku. This is, I hope our opponent here gets the message here. Perfect. We start with the perfect beginning right here. I will say, I do wish that both of the characters had like a unique clash animation like part 2 does, but that's okay. They probably are saving it for something else. This is still, yeah, that's my favorite, one of my favorite intros for sure. Probably my favorite. All right. He's gonna hit me with that green card. That's unfortunate. The alt color on Frieza is so disgusting. I will say that I don't like the alt color. Okay, we're gonna take some damage here. That's gonna suck. We should be dealing with something here. Death Beam combo. Yep. Frieza is so strong, man. Frieza is incredibly powerful. Let me back up here. Perfect. Actually, that is even better than I could have hoped. I actually have not seen this Frieza yet in terms of like PvP. I know he got the equip and everything. I don't know what his equip has allowed him to do. I saw part of it, but I don't know his full capability. So I am quite curious to see what all he is capable of. I think it's gonna be great. Let's just go ahead and let's just get the revive here, I guess, with Frieza. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess it does kind of matter because we could have used it to like nullify endurance, but still, that is an insane like ult. That's a fire ult. I forgot what I was trying to say right there. All right, let's see, Frieza, what are you gonna do? We don't have any key. I was gonna say, did he AFK? But he did not. I should have stuck with the green card. I was like thinking, oh, should I get like the blue or the green? Ooh, that's gonna be tough. We gotta switch out. All right, Krillin did get us a bit of HP back there, which is perfect. All right, we got the KO guard. So this is the KO guard for those who haven't seen. This is when you save someone else. There's 2 versions, one for saving someone else and one for when Goku comes back. That is still amazing to me. I really do love it. Okay, let's go here. Let's do the Death Beam now, because we should be able to get some nice kind of damage going. Nice. We unfortunately did lose that card, but it's okay. Alright, just did a bit of damage. Let me try one more Death Beam. Let me be cheeky here. That did not work. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the Vanish. Sometimes you could Vanish off that. I just wasn't lucky there. We'll go ahead and let Krillin go. Let those Dragon Balls come up and everything. Krillin's kind of interesting, I will say. Like, I still haven't figured him out fully. The best thing I've understood is that you want him to basically... You want him to go because that... I dropped that by mistake. You want him to go because that will... When Krillin dies, that will allow you to get Dragon Balls, more damage output, which is all really good there. We lost that. That's unfortunate. Can we make it out? I should have not swapped that early, but actually no, we can afford this. I thought he was going to tap, but I was wrong. And now I just look foolish, and now he looks foolish. That was fortunate. That was very lucky. Alright, let's go with this. And let's just go with the blue card. The blue card should do a lot of damage. I forget, I can't remember if this Frieza has endurance. I think he does. No, he does not, okay. Is that gonna... That broke through? That, we mistimed that. Unfortunate. Just another death beam spam. Oh, that was insane. That was insane. Y'all already saw that right there. Let's go ahead and do this. One more. Death beam for the win. Into the strike. Into the main. Into the ult. That is what you love to see. Forfeit. Immaculate. Chef's kiss. Mwah. I don't know if that caught on camera, if that messed up the mic or everything, whatever. My bad. But that was amazing. Okay. That was fortunate. But sometimes the matches can be a bit ugly. Let's keep going. I will say, like, now that we have a chance to kind of like think back on the 7th anniversary, I think, speaking as a fan, like not even like trying to be critical about it, I think this may be the best anniversary, but I'll tell you why, and it's going to be in a reason different than what you may think. I'm going to let Frieza get his intro as well for the Frieza fans out there. When it comes to the 7th anniversary, the main thing that I feel like a lot of people, there was a lot of controversy with the 7th anniversary. I covered some of the controversy. However, when you look at the overall totality of the 7th anniversary, it did something which is unique to itself and none of the previous ones, which is it did not feature a single Future Saga Dragon Ball Super or Future Saga Goku Black character, and it didn't feature any fusion. Those are two, like I feel like the common like joke is that if you're playing Dragon Ball Legends, you know, the two themes that are always go-tos are Tournament of Power or like Dragon Ball Super, Future Saga, and then maybe like fusions, like that, like that's like the themes, right? We did get Tournament of Power for part 1. Part 1 was, I think part 1's unanimously agreed to be the worst of all three. And having played all three, like I have characters from all three and stuff, I will say part 1 was definitely the worst because it just feels so boring. Like, no joke, it just feels like dull. Like there's nothing. It's just passive. It was just really passive play, which I even made the joke about. I said like they were supposed to be removing passive play, and here we are back with it with UI and stuff. UI though, he's still fun. I will say that UI is kind of fun, but the overall meta was not. Like, if that makes sense. I think I should not have done that specifically, but you know what? We made out with it, so we'll take that. Green card. Nice. Oh, we should get the no switching in just a sec. Perfect. Shala is still decent, but Goku's doing a lot of damage, which is fantastic. Alright, he's probably going to switch someone in. There we go, UI Goku. We're going to get the endurance procced. We won't get rid of it, though. Oh, that's beautiful. I thought we were going to read him. I thought we did. That was a mistake. Alright, we're going to miss the ult, unfortunately. Or not. No way that worked out. We're going to get rid of Vegeta, guys. If you don't know, this ult can, you know, nullify endurance. He also does a lot of damage. How much is it going to do? 3 mil? Wow. Alright. Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That's tough. That's tough. I was ready. That was unfortunate. Now, he probably is going to guess this. Yeah, he guessed that perfectly. You know what? Let's get Krillin some love. Krillin... Oh, I know he sidestepped. I see that sidestep marker. Goodbye, Charlotte. Welcome to Namek Ball Legends. Krillin's face, man. Someone let me know, why does Krillin's face have that, like, why does his mouth look like that? His mouth looks literally like the letter C, but even expanded further than that. It's insane. Alright, so we got really lucky with those two matches, I'm not gonna lie. I'm expecting we're gonna get, like, completely wrecked by another team in a sec here. Ooh, this is an interesting matchup. And also, he has better equips than I do. You can see he's got a much better Beast Go on equip. I will say, we're supposed to be having this ultimate equipment bonanza. I don't feel it. I have not gotten a single red equip since the bonanza for this ultimate bonanza started. The ones before, I was so lucky. This one, I can't get a good equip to save my life. Like, I really cannot. But maybe it's because I spent all my luck on this, but who knows. But it's just frustrating that I can't get good equips right now. But hopefully, I mean, the characters are good enough that we should be able to still get through with this. Anyways, before I forget, I almost forgot about talking about that. The 7th anniversary, right? So, part 2, I feel like this is still the best anniversary because part 2 was still very dynamic. The dynamic arena battle and stuff, that made it so much better. Even the Saiyan Saga characters, there was a lot of, like, negativity about them going into part 2. but they were still so fun, so awesome to use. People, I feel like I see more of them now than I see of part 1 characters. And I mean, we do see part 1 here with UI and Kale and Cauliflower, but still, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're seeing more of those other characters. The frames are really dropping here. We're seeing more of, like, the part 2 and part 3 characters, I feel like, because they're more liked. Part 1, I just don't feel like people really kind of got behind as much. However, do I think this is the perfect anniversary? No, for sure. Let me just go ahead and just I don't know what I was gonna say there. I was gonna say like waggle my tongue, but that just sounds incredibly sus. And please don't take that out of context because I will be very upset. But ooh, that's actually some decent damage from Krillin. I'm not gonna lie. All right, do a death beam real quick. A death beam into the strike. The frames are really messed up right here. I'm gonna get hit by the green card. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be hit by that. No switching is gonna hurt. He did the blue card smartly. He did that very smartly. But we still have the endurance, so that's good for us. You can see I have very bad habits with PvP. I am sidestepping like crazy right now. I just have to death beam because I can't do anything else. With the frame drop, it's making this worse. Like, I actually cannot see what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of these people here. All right. No way we missed that. 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 I'm actually upset. Okay, we got the KO at least. Yeah, that's so fire. I am amazed that we just now got that, but like, ooh, we're gonna get our, okay, speaking of KOs, we're gonna get ours in a sec. I don't know which one I like more. I think I personally like this, like the self-revive more. I don't like the ally one as much. Let's just go ahead and swap. Well, if he gets rid of Krillin, that's gonna help us out because we'll get those final 2 Dragon Balls and some more damage boost, so I'm not really mad at this. Alright, perfect. Alright, so unfortunately we do lose Krillin probably here, but it's for a good cause. Never mind, Krillin is tanking that. Krillin's a dog, for real. He just tanked that like it was nothing. Alright. Ooh, that is so unfortunate. Alright, well, we can do this, so we'll just go and do that. They're probably going to Rising as well. Never mind, I thought they had a Rising encounter. Although, now that I think about it, Frieza with his main, I believe he removes 1 Dragon Ball, so that could probably make the difference. Why did we have to get stuck with that? That sucks. Alright, let's just do that. I'm gonna go crazy here. I'm gonna go full, just frame 1 green. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Alright, Goku, I made a mistake. I need you to forgive me and do a homie drop. Please? Nope. We're not getting... Okay. We may be able to survive here. Please, just... Goku, you know... Oh, that's gonna hurt. I'll just go strike. I don't know what I was trying to, like, predict there. I was trying to be, like, 500 IQ, but I had no thoughts. Okay, that's unfortunate. I forget. Okay, so this will be interesting as a test here. I haven't seen if the KO on Frieza will mean he gets to revive or not. We do lose the revive, or not the revive, but the endurance. So we already used that endurance beforehand, so we do lose it now, and unfortunately we lost that right there. That's tough. But you know what? If I had to lose, I want to lose to Super Saiyan Goku. Look at that. That is clean. You know what? I'm not mad at that. We'll do one more match. I will say that. We're kind of like dragging, if you like here. We'll do one more match, and then we'll kind of wrap it up, because I mean, I'm going to be playing a lot of PvP. I don't want to be playing this forever on camera. I'm sure you guys have things to do too, but yeah, this is great. I can't get enough of this. This is everything that I could have dreamed for. I definitely need to get the Zenkais done. I will say that. Zenkais is probably like the biggest thing. And then afterwards, wow, what a team. This is weird because it's like insanely high star counts, but also like not the units I expected. But the equips, that is nasty. So we got he has already maxed out the co-op equip, the Sun family equip. This is going to be devastating. This is going to be devastating. All right, what are we going to do here? I'm honestly a bit curious to see how this will perform. I have not seen Tien and Chaozu in a while since Goku's dropped. So I'm curious to see how things are gonna go for us. But I think it'll be good. Alright. So Vegeta, we're gonna have like 3. Jeez, how many revives? I didn't even think about that. We're gonna have like so many revives. Because we're gonna have Vegeta's revive, so that's 2 lives there. Tien with a succession, so that's 2. And then Goku with the guard, that's like another 2. So that's technically like 6 lives. Alright, doing your damage. Tien, that's whatever. Is that? I forget. I was gonna say, I forget if. Ooh, that's gonna suck. I was so focused on Tien and Chaozu if they were doing like special cover changes that I just got distracted entirely. Ki? Nope. I thought it was gonna be Ki blasts. Why did I do that? I am not entirely sure. The frames are really not helping out right now. Had to dodge that one. Cannot let Goku just go for that. That's not for that specific thing. Maybe not the wisest move, but we did get some decent damage. Bit more there. Nice. We're cooking. We are cooking here. Oh, I was thinking it would be a blast. I forgot what they did. Ooh, that sucks. Not the end of the world. Perfect. Okay. So we should be able to get someone out here soon. Let me go ahead and swap into Frieza. Let's do that. Into another one, because why not? Perfect, okay. That Death Beam is so good. So we got the KO guard now. Let's see if we can read. He's got past that. And now he's going to hit me. He's going to hit me really hard. How do I want to approach this is the question. We're tanking this pretty fine. If I had to give up someone, I'd probably give up Krillin. We'll start with Goku here. Alright, how much is this going to do, I wonder? Okay, damage. Full range red. That is red. What am I talking about? Strike. That's insane. Alright, take our damage. He wasted the rising, which is good. Now, can I predict the rising? I'm just going to guess green, because what the heck? Yes, perfect. So he lost the rising rush, so now he has to probably do like something else. I am fighting for my life right now. Like, I am doing everything to keep Krillin alive, which is insane. Krillin does not need to survive like that much. Like, he's helpful when he goes, like, because then, again, those boosts. But I'm trying so hard to keep Krillin alive. Alright, Goku. Let me just go for it, I guess. Let's just keep doing it. Death Beam spam. Just like Frieza would. Alright, nice. We'll go Goku there for the AoE green. Nice. And now that should get rid of someone. Yeah, okay, so we got the second life. We're 2 out of 6 lives through. We're making progress. Alright, see here. Okay, got lucky there timing-wise. That's pretty darn good. Yeah, that was about as close as we can get. Let me see if I can just secure the win right here with Vegeta. Perfect, we got rid of Vegeta. That no switching, man. No switching. We love to see it. That, okay, none of that worked as I expected it would, and that I look so trash right there. I promise I'm not that bad. I can't really defend myself when I did it on camera. Okay, we got out of that. Ooh, that's good. I was so concerned about what he was going to throw there. Alright, Krillin, we still haven't gotten the KO guard, which is the interesting thing. There we go, there's the KO guard. Now Goku's gonna get pissy, which is perfect. I mean, he knows what he knows he has to get that off. I forget if this beats... Oh, he did the green card first. Interesting. We're just gonna go all damage. Ooh. Goodbye, Goku. There can only be one Goku. You know there can only be one Goku, and it has to be me, because I'm the Goku guy. Sidestep? Nope. Okay, never mind. Let's let Krillin go here. I think this is fine. We'll just Death Beam. Perfect. Tien, say goodbye to Chaozu eventually once you stop healing. There we go. Now say goodbye to Chaozu. Realistically, like... Okay. I wish... I don't know what I'm about to say here. I was thinking, man, would it be funny if we got Chaozu to actually do something against Frieza with that? But I mean, obviously he wasn't even there in the arc. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, we got that. Nice, nice, nice. We should be able to get a card off this with the Death Beam. Perfect. Let's just go for the ult and just see if we get a nice little forfeit screen. Never mind. That was unfortunate. Ooh. Alright, well, we proc the endurance. I did see that gauge restoration. I forget how much he restores. We're just gonna go for that, I guess. Yeah. I'm not sure what he was hoping to achieve there with, like, his whole charging process. I mean, I know he's trying to go for, like, the overdrive, but we're just gonna get rid of him. Yeah, I mean, this... Because he already did the succession, so this should be done. Perfect. You know what? That's probably the perfect way to end it off. Side by side, Frieza and Goku handling business. You know what? I'll take it. Anyways, this vid has no relevancy to anything I had planned. This is just because I pulled the characters. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy my joy and everything, because we had a great time here. If you guys enjoyed the vid, show your support, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, comment down below your thoughts. Also, if you have tips and tricks or suggestions, also comment down below, because why not? Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next one.